Hi everybody. In this video, we're going to look at how to view your reports on the Valeron app, on the desktop app. I will go ahead and click on this button right here in the middle, saying reports. And as you can see, we have 4 different kinds of reports that you can view on the Valeron app. I'm going to start off with this one, the overall reports. This one, as a subscriber on the Valeron app, you will be getting via email every single day. It shows you your sales for the day, for the week, for the month. This is showing sales in terms of how many, as well as the amount figures are now showing here. So sales in terms of kwacha figures are showing here. It shows you the day, your sales figures, your purchase figures as well, as you can see there. And then your gross income is shown as well for the day. You can come down further and see your sales by category. So we have baking products as our highest selling item, drinks, dairy. You can view that little breakdown here. This is sales for the current month. If I come down, you can see figures for the previous month as well. This is sales for the previous month. And then we can also view the same thing for expenses. So this is expenses by category in the current month, electronics, drinks, expenses for the previous month, as you can see are shown there as well. And then when we come down here, we have our top selling items. So the Dell laptop is number 1. We have our bookings and so on and so forth. Those are all the figures, the top selling items, or the top 20 selling items for the current month. For the previous month, we can see that as well over here. Samsung Galaxy, that's our number 1 selling item for last month, the luxury booking. So you can see all these figures are sent to you via email every day if you're a subscriber. If you have multiple branches, you can see sales for each branch. So here I have headquarters for the month is 9,000, whereas branch Lusaka made 400. So as you can see, yeah, we have for the current month, we have sales for the branch by branch for the previous month. Same thing with expenses. So expenses by branch, current month, previous month. You can basically view an entire overall picture of your company on this particular overall report. It's very, very useful. It allows you to just get a good glimpse of how your business is performing. Yeah. Again, we have sales by payment method. So here, this allows you to see how your customers are paying you. So here, most of us are paying, or most customers are paying by cash versus mobile money versus card swiping versus check. Um, Even expenses, if you want to look at expenses according to payment method, that can be viewed as well. And yeah, this is as I explained, is the entire picture of how your business is performing. As you can see in the name, it's called the overall report. So yeah, all you have to do is click the current date, and the report will load automatically to tell you, to give you a snapshot of how your business is doing. I'll come to the next one, profit and loss report. So I can view my profit and loss report by branch, but I'll just leave the branch because I want to view for my whole company. And this particular report is a little bit different. It's not a little bit different. It's very different from an accounting profit and loss statement, but it has a very similar structure. So I've selected the start date for 1st of October. My end date I've selected 10th of October, and I click the go button. And now we can see our product sales according to category. So you can see all of our items here. As you can see, baking products is our number 1 selling item, followed by drinks. Basically, you can just click on an item and you'll be able to see a breakdown. This no category basically means uncategorized products. So these ones need to be categorized. If I want to categorize them, I can simply just right click on fresh up and I can see view properties. And I can simply come to category, as you can see NA, because there's no category there. So I'll just click that. Fresh up is drinks, and I'll just click drinks and I'll say save. Yeah, fresh up orange, just fresh up orange juice. So if I click go again, I reload the chart and I say no, I click on that. Okay, yeah, well, anyway, it'll load for the next report. So I'll come down here and I'll start from the top. So we have our product sales here, and the total is 3,374. If I come a little lower, we have sales from services. And as you can tell, your products are your physical products. These are the stock items that have sold. And services are simply just, services like, haircut. In this case, it's booking. So this is bookings for if you have a hotel and you want to be able to sell bookings to customers. So this is executive booking, which is made 800. So total product sales is 3374.45. Total sales from services is 1346. You add these two together and you get our total income of 4721.41, or 4721. Now if I come a little bit lower, we now have our cost of sales. So cost of sales, as you can imagine, this is the cost of sales. So all of the physical products that are sold, or the stock items, you now get basically the cost of all those sales. So all the physical products cost of sales are shown here. We have 1622.61, and so obviously our total income of 4721.41 minus this total cost of sales will give us our gross income of 3098.8. Now I'll scroll down further. I don't have any expenses, or what I'll do, I entered some expenses earlier on, so I'll put tomorrow. Instead of putting today, I'll put the end date as tomorrow, because I want to include today's transactions. So yeah, and as you can see, our sales are now much higher. So yeah, we have now product sales of 90,000, we have sales from services of 1.3, so that's our total income of 91,000. Cost of sales is 81,000, so our gross income is 9,511. We have expenses. So yeah, so here we have electricity of 100. We have no uncategorized, oh, that's our Zesco bill. We have uncategorized expenses, that's transport of 1,400. And this normal expense is our rent. So yeah, so after you have your gross income, which is your total income minus your cost of sales, you then deduct your expenses, and you then have your profit before tax. So we then have our tax, and that is our profit for the period between 1st of October and 11th of October. We have made a profit after tax of 3,925. So I hope I haven't explained this too fast. If you want, just go over it as much as you can until you understand it. It's quite a detailed report, but yeah, I'll just say one more time. You have your product sales plus your sales from services. Add those two together, you get your total income. From there, you can deduct your cost of sales to get your gross income. From there, you can deduct your expenses to get your profit after tax, and then profit before tax, sorry. Then after tax, you now have your profit after tax. So that's how your profit and loss works. I should mention, you can always export. So if I click here on export, I can click there on PDF, and it will create a PDF copy of this report, which I've just viewed right now. So yeah, you can always export your items to PDF. I can then view our total income. All the figures will show like that. So I'll come back here to bestsellers. So bestsellers just simply allows you to rank all of your products according to how well they've performed. So I'll start from the 30th of September up to the 11th, and I want to view my bestsellers by item. I can select a branch if I want to, but for now I'll just leave no branch, and I'll say go. And as you can see, we have our chart showing our best-selling items. So we have the name of the best-selling item is our Dell laptop. We have sold 5. Total was 86,206. That's our cost of sales, and that's our gross sales for the Dell laptop. So you can see, you can sort this table. If I want to see which item has sold the most in front in terms of quantities, guava, we've sold for 59 bottles, and we have made 647. So basically, I can change how I'm ranking them. Again, Dell is my highest selling item when I order from highest to lowest. The highest cost of goods sold we have, again, Dell. We have Mosi number 2. Yeah, so that's basically what you can do in this bestsellers chart. You can just view a ranking according to total quantity, total sales, cost of sales, or gross sales in terms of what has sold the most in your company. Now, if I come to export once more, I can simply say Excel. I say OK, or PDF, sorry, and I can export that to PDF. You can also export to Excel if you want, but yeah, it's entirely up to you how you want to export. So yeah, that is basically how the best-selling chart shows for your company. The last one I'll go to, I won't do tax reports. I'll do the last one here, the charts and graphs. This one just allows you to view your reports in terms of bar and pie charts. So I want to view my sales for, let's say, the past 2 weeks. I'll say view report by, I want to view according to categories. Let's say I want to compare how my categories are selling. So I'll click load all categories, and I want to compare my drinks, I want to compare my bookings, my meals. What else can I compare? My games, my hygiene products. I want to compare all these different categories in terms of how they've performed. And then I want to add, let's say, baking products, let's say alcohol. Yeah, so I'm going to add all these things onto the report. I'll say OK, and I want to view from let's say from 26th September up to today, and I'll say go. So yeah, so I selected sales. I said I want to view my sales. From there, I selected view report by, and I say I want to compare my categories. You can choose how to compare your items or your categories, or even your branches, even your staff members if you want to compare how your staff members are making sales. But for now, I want to just compare sales according to my categories. So yeah, start date was 26 September up till tomorrow. And there we have our pie chart. And so next to each pie chart, you have the actual table showing you whatever figures, because as you can see, some of them might not be visible. I'll come down here again. So electronics is our biggest selling item. If I click here on amount, yeah, electronics is our big selling item. 51.44% of all of our sales are coming from electronics. Drinks make up 21% of our sales at 6,000. Dairy makes up 8.1. This is a very, very useful report, especially with regards to this. You want to be able to see how much or your revenue relies on a particular category of products, which is I think very, very important for you to learn. It also allows you to know how much diversification you're doing, because you don't want to have your business relying on one particular category of products when making sales. So I'll come down here. Basically, it's the same information, sales according to each category, but yeah, instead of a pie chart, it's now in a bar chart. So yeah, that's basically your and you have your daily trends as well. Yeah, that's basically how your charts um, appear when you are in the charts and graphs area. So yeah, those are your four basic reports. You have your overall report, your profit and loss, your best selling charts, and your best selling items, and your charts and graphs. Thank you very much.